Hello, welcome, ladies. Welcome to the 5-day client success interview series. So I am so excited to do this series. I get to have my clients come and share the successes they've had and the strategies they've tried and the different things they've implemented from our work together. And I'm very, very excited to share this with you. This is a great way to start off. We're in January. This is great fuel and motivation and inspiration. You see what they've done and that you can do the same thing. And so I'm very, very excited to start with a dear admired colleague and also a client, and Joanne Muturi, who I've had the wonderful pleasure of interviewing before. And I've been spoken at her events, and I'm so excited that she's here. Thank you for being here, Joanne. So I'm not going to even introduce you. I'm going to let you do it yourself. So please tell us who you are and what you do.
Very well, Yolanda. Thank you very much for having me a second time round. It is always a delight, Yolanda, to just interact with your tribe, with your community. And just, I'm just so glad that as, again, a peer and as a friend, and also as a client, really getting to do life together in this way and in this capacity. So to quickly introducing myself, I am Joanne Muturi. I am a coach for women who are looking to transition from their 9 to 5s. I really help them get clear on their life purpose, their calling, and help them subsequently launch businesses that are tied to their unique gifts and talents that they are madly, deeply in love with. I am the purpose cultivator on Instagram. So that's really what I do. Really bring out your purpose and help you connect with it. And apart from and after connecting with it, what's the next step? Implement it, cultivate it, and live it. So that's really what I do. And my mantra is when you're not honoring your life purpose, you are suffocating your soul. So I save souls from being suffocated by ensuring that people live a purpose-driven, um, fulfilling life of significance.
Fantastic. Wow, that's amazing. And
Thank you.
especially, say it again, please? You save soul. Like, say it again, please. Say it again.
Which one? I said,
About you save souls. That is so,
oh, okay, yeah, my mantra, when you're not honoring
yes,
your
right.
purpose, you are suffocating your soul.
Right. And you save souls from suffocating, basically. Wow.
Save
Incredible.
souls from suffocating.
Wow. That's amazing. 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 And I know like I said, I've spoken at your events. I've seen your work. I see the energy that you exude. I see how you help women, like you help them to live their purpose. And it's just like just being around you, and your impact is so uplifting. So again, yeah, that's amazing work that you do, ladies. Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah, anybody who has interacted knows this, or worked with her, or yeah. So that's amazing. And purpose is like, what is the point without purpose, right? There is no
Okay.
point, right? If you're living your life drifting, what's the point? So that's amazing work you do. That's beautiful. And
And you know what, Yolanda, I'm so
mhm,
proud of you because you are living your purpose and
yes,
it's so
mhm,
evident.
yes,
I've known you for a couple of years now and I've seen
yes.
you getting deeper and deeper into your own purpose. So I'm proud that, two purpose driven people get to have this conversation. So
I
yeah.
agree. I so agree with you. Yes, when I found my purpose and I stopped fighting it, I was like, okay, this is it. It's made such a huge difference. And I know it does for your clients too. So that's incredible. Yes, that is such a difference. And so, yeah, so please share with us what transformation has happened in your business, in your life, since you made the decision to attend the Maximize Your Money 3-day virtual boot camp.
Oh my God, Yolanda. So I think the first thing for me, and I must say that that 3-day event, if anybody is sitting on the fence, even without knowing, even without listening to what it is that I'm going to share, just sign up, like really sign up. One of the things that came out very strongly for me is, money is an emotive matter, but like anything in life, we also have to have the practical and pragmatic pieces put together.
Mm.
And for me, as an entrepreneur and as a coach, it was very important to to make sure that my money stories and my money identity and my thoughts around money are very articulate, especially this year. And I'm going to give a bit of background about that. It, most entrepreneurs don't really look at money from a point of I have business money and I have my money. It's this one big pot
Mhm.
where everything is a cocktail and is mixed together, and and it's just a hot mess. And I was, for a large point, a large part of my business have, done some of those things where a little it mixes my personal money mixes a little bit with the business and blah blah blah. And I decided that part of me really being a serious entrepreneur is recognizing that my business is a serious entity and taking it seriously, and making the decision to really split my finances as should be. So, what belongs to the business belongs to the business, and what belongs to me belongs to me, and from a very sober perspective. So that in itself was very helpful. Something else that I really enjoyed from those 3 days was my mindset around money, and
Mhm.
really seeing money for what it really is. Money is a tool, is a resource that can really change our lives for the better if we see it that way. And understanding that for me, culturally where I've come from, so many stories and thoughts have been built, around money, right? Where do these things originate from, and how can I sort of break down these thought patterns to
Mhm.
make sense for where I am right now?
Right.
And I'll give an example. So, it's about changing behaviors surrounding money. It's so easy to take the shortcut, to take the short route to whatever it is that is the end game. But at the end of the day, what these 3 days helped me to see is that there's really no shortcut when it comes to looking at my money.
Right.
And one of the things that obviously we came up with was the money date. So sitting down, actually, my money date is actually meant to be this Sunday.
Oh, good for you.
Um, Look at, what where do I need to pay attention to? Because it's so easy for somebody to think that money is coming in a certain way, and it's not necessarily that way until you look at the figures,
Mhm.
or thinking that you're spending money in a certain way, but you don't recognize that the severity or the depth of spending the money until you really crunch the figures. Because a
Gotcha.
lot of it before was hypothetical, like,
Mhm.
oh, I make around this amount. Oh, I spend around this much. But
Mhm.
when you sit with your paperwork and
Mhm.
literally scroll through every single item, it's a completely different story. It's a completely different ball game. It's not guesswork anymore.
Right.
It's really looking at the figures hardcore and facing them and looking them in the eye. And that's what the 3-day event did for me. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm no longer in as one of our mentors says, I'm no longer living in Fantasyville. I'm fantasy land. I'm living in realityville when it comes to handling my money.
And what feels much better, Fantasyville or Realityville?
Realityville by far. And just so that you know, one of the next steps for me was, and I did share with you this, is I'm in the United Kingdom, and some of the things that pertain to money and finances are very different from the
Mhm.
US. And I was very clear that I really need help, and I signed up with a financial coach here,
Mhm.
and we started our sessions immediately after, like literally almost after your event, because
Beautiful.
we are in our third or fourth session. And what the young lady has taken me through in the last month has just been mind blowing. And all this came from spending the time with you, because she's like, bring the papers, let's look at them, and the same compartmentalization that we are starting with the business finances, and then going into my personal finances, and then going into deeper things like investments. as pertain to the United Kingdom, right?
Right,
And
right.
even taking it a notch higher, she's like, I want your business to grow. I want your business to be just beyond you. Where can I help you look at things like grants? Where can we look at how you can get, other facilities that can support your business? And, it's just been a beautiful journey, just journeying with somebody transparently, and not hiding my finances from them, and just saying this is what it is. And you know seeing that she's really supporting me from a place of love and no judgment. And Yolanda, that really came from the work that we did with you in those 3 days.
Yeah. And I love how you talk about that, Joanne, because I think that one of the biggest things with women, I mean, and again, even for someone like myself, you have made some choices or there's decisions or things happening and you feel some shame about it and you don't want someone else to see it. And there's this fear of judgment, right? But the right coach, the right financial coach is not going to be judging you because we understand. I've been there. I've seen it. I understand why it's happening. And I understand that it's possible to make a change and there is no shame. And as long as you're picking the right person, right, then you don't have to be ashamed. You can trust that person with that information and that they're going to help you find the best solution. And I'm so glad that from the event, you took that step to do that for yourself. And so you could be more empowered in 2021 with your money, and I'm really happy about that because I know that you have a financial background too. And I was just so glad to be able to support you in the event and help you, move forward with some of your mindset shifts and taking that step to get a coach. Because, we've talked about it before and you've always said, yeah, the importance of a coach. And there's different types of coaches. And I stress that too. And people may think, well, you're just saying that because you're a coach. No, it's not
No.
that. Yeah, right. Right. Well, you want to go ahead, feel free to comment on
Yeah,
that.
I was just very quick to chime in there. And you
Yes.
outside of what we're talking about right now, I always tell my clients that having a coach is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It is a necessity, like the way you know spend money on your shampoo. A coach should be part of your shampoo, in your shampoo, like, in your shopping basket, quote
Yeah.
unquote. And what I have recognized is the ripple effect of coaching. So, for example, when I took my finances seriously, literally forced my clients to get on the same journey with me. So I brought my clients with me to your event as well.
Yes, you did.
So, my clients joined the same bandwagon, and those who were in your event, I follow up with them.
Mhm.
Like, hello, are you still doing what Yolanda taught you? It's that ripple effect of coaching, because I'm like, why does all this information, beautiful and amazing information, have to stop with me?
Right.
No, I should be able to use the information that you've shared with me to empower my own clients so that they don't make the mistakes that I've made or feel the shame that I have felt, or, try and cover up something that doesn't need to be covered up. So helping them and giving them solutions. So one of my clients and I had a conversation the other day, and she works with you as well, and I was just telling her that when you look at your finances, because we were talking about money mindset, what she and I were talking about was based on money mindset, and I said to her, some of these things that enter our head, enter our when as pertains to money, are so deeply ingrained from our socialization, from our culture, from upbringing, and something took 40 years. I'm in
Right.
my early 40s. It's taken 40 years to get deeply rooted. It won't just be uprooted overnight. It's a process, it takes time. But having the right money and financial coach will accelerate the process
Yeah.
of undoing these things So, for example, for me, I I did share with you guys before I attended your event. I cleared my debt, but now we are taking a mortgage for a brand new house, and immediately my mind went into almost fearful, like, oh my God, I'm taking on debt, and I've worked so hard, to clear my debt.
Got
Am I
you.
gonna put myself in the mess that, in when I say mess, you know what I mean? Like, why do I want to take debt if I've not had debt? But this is good debt. And now being able to look at it that I will get a house over my head. Now that I know the things that Yolanda has taught me, I don't have to wait for 25 years to clear that loan. I
Right.
can clear the loan in a couple of years.
That's
Like
right.
really changing my thoughts around the debt has helped me, So like now in everything that I'm doing, even as I work with my clients, I'm thinking to myself, if my monthly mortgage repayment is £2,000,
Hmm.
how can I work towards making it £4,000?
Got
What
you.
can I do in the process? But all this comes from the awareness that, debt is not necessarily bad, but how you behave or react towards it will
Right.
help you, work around it, if you understand what I mean.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, I do. Yeah, hopefully everyone else does too. Yeah, yeah. Looking at debt different. I talked about that in the boot camp differently. Definitely, definitely. Beautiful. I'm so, and congratulations on your home. Congratulations. And
Thank you
so
so.
yeah, I'm so happy for you.
I want to share something else. Sorry,
I feel
sorry,
free.
and and
Feel
and
free.
um, and and you see the thing is, as a believer and my faith, just sharing this, one thing I know is that, you know when you're faithful with a little, you get more. I'm echoing. There's an echo coming in. Can you hear me? That echo,
I
I
hear
don't
you
know what.
fine. Hopefully it's not my echo. I hear you
No, I have.
fine.
Oh, okay, good. And
Yeah.
one of the ways we realize is that the principles that God has given us around money, God blesses these principles so that our money is also blessed. So if you have little and you treat the little well, you will be blessed with more. Because to whom, what am I trying to say? Many people look at their little like it's little, but they don't
Right.
know that how they treat their little will determine them being given more.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
So whatever little you have, treat it with dignity, treat it well,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a test to see, like, if this is how you handle little, how
Yep.
will you then handle more? Because
That's
you cannot
right.
be given more if you do not treat the little well. And then also, for me, sorry, I was just checking, I took a little note somewhere, was really understanding that act your, this is my own Joannism. And I
Okay.
wrote the act your wage, not your age, like, lower your monthly expenses. No,
Yep.
you don't have to spend every penny that comes into the organization, because some of us, and I'll talk about myself, I'm very okay to spend my money if I have it. But I learned from your boot camp that it's also important to save. The other day, one of our mentors, joint mentor with Yolanda, was saying how she has savings for a year. And she said that if she
Wow.
just stayed in bed for a year, her complete, nothing would change in her life. Like, her lifestyle would be exactly the same. And when she said that, I just imagined to myself how freeing, how liberating that is, knowing
Yes.
that, you're not working for 2, 3, 4, 5 months, that you're still
Mhm.
okay, and that you're not even going to have to change the quality of
Mhm.
your lifestyle.
Mhm.
That is what I'm aspiring to, Yolanda.
Exactly. Well, fantastic. I'm so glad you got that out of that. And in fact, at the event, I changed what I call emergency fund to peace of mind. And that's what it is. She has a year of savings, peace of mind savings. And that's something that all of us, I'm working on that. All of us keep working on that. And I'm so glad you got that out of the event. And so I wanted to ask you, so given all the lessons that you've learned so far, what's the number one tip or piece of advice that you can give the ladies here, the women entrepreneurs, that will help them grow their business and finances this year?
Yeah. Yeah, if you're always in a crisis, you are the crisis. If you're always in a crisis, you are the crisis. And if you're not looking at your finances, you are the problem. And I may say this in a bit of a harsh way, but if you were broke before 2020, if you were broke before COVID, that's habit. Don't blame COVID for what your life circumstances are like right now. So what I'm trying to say in short is that everything, as Marie Folio says, those of you who know her, she says everything is figure outable. She's an online influencer and coach, runs a B school, very
Mhm.
popular, famous. If you get those of you who don't know her, check her out. She says everything is figure outable, and she wrote a book called Everything is Figure Outable.
There
So
you
I want to
go.
say, if your finances are not where they're supposed to be, right? Everything is figure outable. Let Yolanda hold your hand. There's no shame. Start with a 3-day event. It will, you'll start seeing the skills fall off your eyes, and the light bulbs that will come open for you, and you will then, from the 3 days, know what your next best step would be. But the first starting point before anything is the 3-day event.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Joanne. I'm so glad you got so much out of it. It was so amazing. I enjoyed it. And so let us know, where can we find you and how can we connect with you to work with you when, if someone wants to? I know plenty of ladies probably do. How can we find you and connect with you?
Thank you, Yolanda. I love connecting with people, and I love your audience as well, because you and I are very similar in so many
Mhm.
ways.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
tribe, right? You can find me on I'll start with Instagram at purpose_cultivator, and also on Facebook as my name, Joanne Muturi, which is Joanne. You'll see Yolanda will tag me. I have a Facebook community called Lioness Arising, where you could join me. And I love the lioness because of her tenacity and her strength. I am Leo to the last bone, so that's why obviously you get to hear a lot about the lioness, right? And my website is also, you can also check me out on my website. It's www.joannemuturi.com. And now that Yolanda asked where you can find me, I'll soon also be having my 3-day event happening again. And obviously, as you follow me, that information will be relayed to you. So
Oh,
yeah, that's how they can find me on the Instagram as Purpose Cultivator, on Facebook under my name, or through the Facebook group Lioness Arising, or my website. And if somebody wants to email me, my email is joanne@joannemuturi.com. So that's
beautiful.
the easiest way to
Beautiful.
get
So
to.
they know how to get to you. That's good. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Joanne. It's been a pleasure interviewing you. I'm so glad you got so much value from the boot camp. And so, ladies, so Joanne joined the boot camp, and guess what? I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again, February 19th through 21st. And as wise money maximizing women do, like Joanne, she got her ticket, her super early bird ticket, ladies. I'm doing super early bird right now. I'm telling you this, I'm gonna keep telling y'all, but it ends Sunday. So join us for the boot camp. You will learn so much about your what you need in your business finances, how to take your finances to the next level in terms of your business, what you need in your personal, what you may have a gap, where you can move forward. We're going to do some money mindset work. Like Joanne said, she got so many money mindset shifts. These are so important. I did a live stream the other day about it. Money mindset is like 90, if not 95 or more percent of this journey. And so I'm going to be supporting you there. And Joanne was there. There was so many amazing women, entrepreneurs there, all in this positive mindset, positive women like Joanne. And so I'm doing it again. A few ladies have already registered. So I'm just letting you know, ladies, this is a fantastic opportunity to get major support. And I'll help you with your plan for this first quarter, so you can move forward powerfully and confidently. And like she said, she knew what her next step is. Yes, and that's what you're going to get from this. So I'm going to be sharing Joanne's link in, this is streaming to my Facebook group, Maximize Your Money with Yolanda Ransom. So I'm going to share her link there for you. And I'm also going to put the link in for the boot camp and the super early bird. Again, it ends January 31st. It's Sunday, 11:59. You'll save off your ticket and you will get a bonus event bundle. So yeah, they got a wonderful money mindset book, one of my favorites, shipped to them. those who register, like she did, wisely for super early bird bonus. So ladies, yeah, it's been so amazing having you again, Joanne. Thank you again for this interview. This interview is going to be a few places on social media. It's also going to be on my podcast. So again, I'm going to be sharing Joanne's links and everything in the show notes, as well as my event links in the show notes. And ladies, yeah, so as always, I want to remind you to own your finances. And we're going to be back next week with more client success interviews. So leave your comments here in the group for Joanne, for myself. Let us know what you got out of this. And any questions you have for me, you can message me. And yeah, message her too. You want to connect with Joanne to work with her, message her, email her, like she said. And ladies, so we'll be back next week. And as always, I want to remind you to own your finances. And Joanne, did you want to say any last thing before
Yes.
we end this?
Yes, thank you very much, Yolanda, for having me. And I'm so grateful that you asked me because I just really felt I wanted to say this. And for me,
Yes.
one of the biggest things that I liked from the 3-day event was, for lack of another word, is the caliber of the women who attended the event. I felt very safe with them. I felt that we were on the same path. I felt that there were women who, I just had a connection with. And, every single question, like sometimes I was like, is this woman in my head? Because I'm thinking I'm going to ask that question and
Mhm.
somebody asks it. Why? Because we were all on the same path. We were all seeking the same answers, and we all are very determined entrepreneurs to make
Yeah.
our businesses work. So it's not some random women just being thrown together into an event. It is women who are on the exact same path as you, women who are willing to do the work, and women who, even after the event, will check in on you and ask you, hey, how is it going? So Yolanda, I just wanted to share that it's really a really safe space when it comes to money and sharing. So, if anybody attending should feel very safe within, the confines of what you'll create in those 3 days. So
Thank
I
you so
just
much
wanted
for
to
sharing.
reassure them that. And again, thank you again, Yolanda, very much for having me and for, again, spotlighting me. And this is the kind of community where people just share with love and there is no, it's just from the heart, genuine, loving community. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Yolanda.
Thank you, Joanne. And yeah, like I said, it was an amazing event. I got so much out of it. The ladies got so much out of it. And I was honored to support an amazing group of wonderful women. And she's absolutely right. I'm all about no judgment, a safe space. That matters to me. That always matters to me. I have to have that. So I did what I could to make our environment that, and amazing women were there, and she's absolutely right. So if this is resonating with you, and you're like, yes, I could use that, and I want to be with ambitious and positive. We're ambitious women. We're positive. We are ready to make the money work. That's what this is about. Then join us for the boot camp. Okay, again, February 19th through 21st. So again, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure with you, Joanne. And ladies, again, have a fantastic rest of the weekend and own your finances. And hopefully I will see you at the boot camp. All right. Have a
Thank you,
wonderful day,
Yolanda.
lady.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, ladies.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.